Greetings to listeners in Guyana and globally, and a blessed day and week ahead. Today, I wish to share with all my high back channel from China. From Kuwait, I've had an excellent relationship with China ambassadors in Kuwait, and this is continuing. His Excellency Henry Kissinger had his 100th birthday recently, and he has visited China 100 times in the 52 years since his first visit with President Nixon. I came to learn and know and saw how nations of the world value relationships. Many of us in Guyana believe it's an agreement, it's a transaction, it's a deal, peace for you, peace for me. But nations with long history are heavy with relationships. What did China do for His Excellency Henry Kissinger? Well, China asked its ambassador, who was in Washington, to travel from Washington to greet Henry Kissinger in his Connecticut residence and to convey greetings and respect. And in addition, he was invited to visit China, which he did. He has visited China, and the bottom line is that China and the US is having a tough time. China is not responding to some of the US approaches. There have been many visits, but situation is, cricket terms, in a sticky wicket. Both sides are at a major crossroads. Despite what you hear from the spin doctors and the paid lobbyists, China and the US is at a crossroad. Looking ahead, China and the USA can both achieve mutual success and common prosperity, but it has to be on three keys: mutual respect, peaceful coexistence, and a win-win cooperation. My back channel tells me to let the Western world know the best way I can that China is ready to discuss the USA, how the two countries can get along. And Henry Kissinger's meeting was a good start. In August the 10th, Peeping Tom, nobody knows who's Peeping Tom in Guyana, has said that the president's official visit to China, meaning President Ally's visit to China, turned out to be a damp squid. This is not my words. I'm repeating August the 10th, 2023, Peeping Tom, very knowledgeable person. There's debate who he is or she. Kaichor News, the president's official visit to China turned out to be a damp squid. The visit yielded minimal tangible outcomes, raising concerns about whether there has been a 90 degrees turn in relationships between Guyana and China. That is a true statement if there ever was any truth. Despite what the Johnny-come lately are using statistics to dispute or to present their case, it was a famous Prime Minister of England who says, there's lies, there's damned lies, and then there's statistics. It appears that Guyana spinners, Joseph Goebbels Jr., have taken the monopoly in spinning and propaganda. Stabroek News, August the 8th, also talks about if oil prices were to fall significantly, the government would have to resort to increasing taxes and duties levied on the non-oil sectors of the economy as well as the common people. That means Guyanese will have to pay more. Hence, the ability of Guyana to repay its debt in absence of a robust and growing oil revenue should be a concern for all Guyanese. I'm only reminding listeners of the dangers ahead of too much capital intensive projects without feasibility studies, without any return on investment. Even when you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grace period, you still have to pay the high interest. We have over $1 billion sitting at the bank earning a small percentage, and we paying a higher percentage to borrow loans. Common sense. If you have $1,000 in the bank earning 2% interest, will you borrow $1,000 for the bank and pay 20% interest? No, no, no. If you have earning 2, why pay more? Use your own money. But that is a danger of Guyana in the current time, with too many projects too fast and not enough skills to do it. There is great dangers ahead. China is not as tight as Islamic Development Bank and as Qatar and Kuwait and the GCC countries about exact deliverables as per their contract. China is a little bit more accommodating. Some say the peace for you is almost 40%. I do not know the truth, but those in Guyana will know more. I do know that when you have contracts, a 10% agencies, commission fees are normal globally, but not 20, not 30, and not 40, as many are saying is occurring with the Guyana projects. Ladies and gentlemen, speak up, talk to your representatives, write and let the president know you're smarter than what is being told and fed by the news, that the future is yours, the oil revenues and resources are yours, and you have a say. They all work for you. They all work for you. Have a blessed day ahead to you and your family. Good night.